entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, seekers and sojourners of truth. I'm in my disco light right here. This is my little cute ambiance. Greetings, I greet you all in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to you live from nowhere other than the fifth dimension, the place to be in 5D. And speaking of 5D, get your 5D calendars out. So I'm gonna hit the lights now so you can see. I just wanted my ambiance as I'm on the rooftop here, and there is, you can't see it now, but this is a beautiful view of, that's like the ocean behind the little trees. It's the ocean right there. Maybe I'll do a daytime one tomorrow and give a little view of the ocean behind me and the mountains in front of me. Right? So, greetings, peace family. Is that Diamond? Hi, Diamond. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. One of the best crystals there are. Let me not say a girl's best friend, but it's one of the rare crystals. So, with that, I got something for y'all today. Something, let's see who can stick with us today. Happy 919 day. Get your calendars out if you want to follow me with this one. For those of you that got your 5D calendar, you're going to have to open that calendar up and look at it and bridge back. If you don't got it with you, take notes, something, so you can look at it and go back. Right? So as usual, I bring you the news to infuse. If you so choose to infuse as we light up on this light grid. And remember, if you don't infuse, then you are choosing to refuse. And that's when you get fried on the grid. On the grid, right? Is that Miss Oracle? Peace, love, and light, Miss Oracle. I'm going to be oracling with you right now. So I'm going to share this information, this 919. Let me start with explaining that, right? Let me start first by saying thank you all still for those who are still sending donations, those who have intentions to send donations, because the plan is opening. You all are helping to open the roads for next year's retreat. It is coming together. I'm seeing more and more options of where we can be to have this retreat. It could be in the Grill, it could be in Ochi, it could be all the way on the other side in Portland. So we have a couple of options, and it's coming into alignment. So those who have their souls on the assignment, we're coming into alignment. Ashe. 1-1. I see the 1-1 unification. So let me use that to bridge me right over to the, and then it just jumped to the 3. Let me use that to bridge us over to unification, because this 919, which has the 1 in the middle, is about unification, right? So there's a couple of things going on while I'm sharing this happy 919 day within the vortex. So this is a 919 within the 1212 to 1221 vortex right now, right? So this is about a unification within spiritual completion. If you look at the meaning of the numbers, 1 being a unification, oneness, however you choose to look at that, the result of harmonizing, because when you harmonize, you have that 1, you single the 2 into the 1, right? Or if you harmonize 2 and 2, it makes 3. You know, however you look at it. 1 and, 2 harmonizing makes 3. Not 2 and 2, but 2 harmonizing brings forth the third party verifier, aka the super conscious or the Christ conscious, right? Yeah, I'm excited right now, because I'm sitting on a piece of information that I just got from sitting in the sun, getting my sun codes, my light codes. Y'all, please get your sun codes. Sit in the sun. This is the time, right? Just sit with it. Sit in the silence of the wind, the sun. But the sun is really letting off some codes. I know it's some solar flares really kicking right now. And especially since we just closed out the workshop last night, I've opened the road even more just by transcending and transmuting the fears that we worked on in the workshop, the fear-based thoughts and feelings within certain experiences being brought into a transcendence, right? This is what we did. So when you do that soul work, you ascend in your soul, you have a soul ascension, a DNA activation, and you open the roads, you open the way, you open the codes, right? We unlock the soul codes. So Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm trying to read it right now. It's like, oh, let me see what you're saying. I see you. Back out there. Yep. Yep, I'm back out. Well, I've stayed out here. I didn't go nowhere. I'm still out here working it. Spirit said, don't leave till you solidify a spot, which I'm doing for you all. And as soon as I do, I'm going to regroup, go back in and regroup and begin planning officially this retreat for next year. Right? So, with that, let's get into this unification. Right, and I'm gonna, you'll hear me kind of bouncing back between talking about the 919 unification within spiritual completion, which is what the 9 means, and also the 1212 to the 1221, which is all a 3333. 12 is 3, 21 is 3, and you'll see as I go into it, I'm going to explain via the download I got. And we're going to go into it from there. So if y'all got any questions, comments, whatever, throw them out right here. Right now, I'll do my best to read them because I don't have the glasses on and it's nighttime. I would have did better in sunlight. Artificial light don't work with these eyes right here. So, unification and what this is about. So there is a unification. So before I even go into that, let me explain what you're going to be looking at in your calendar. You're going to go to the 9th month. We are in the 9th month as Sagittarius, or if you look on the calendar, it is called Bastet, right? Because we return the names back to the original Kemetic gods, which is where the Greeks took our information from, right? Some Kemetic calendars may have the gods named differently. That's okay, long as it's returned or restored to a Kemetic god. So for our calendar, this month is Bastet. It is the 9th month, aka the 9th sign or house or cycle. I don't like to say zodiac because this is not a zoo, right? This is, and I don't like to say horoscope because ain't no horror in this, right? This is the cosmos. So, cosmically speaking, we are in the 9th month. 9 meaning what? Spiritual completion. We are in the 9th month, and today is what they consider the 19th. This is a unifying. This is an integrating and a unifying. So if you look on the calendar, it's not going to say the 19th day, right? But according to today, I'm looking at 919 because it's 9/19 being the 9th month, and they're 19, right? If you look at the 919, right? Look at the 9-1, the 1-9 in the middle. 9 and 1 is 10, which is really 1, right? And the year being 2016. Stick with me. This is just how Spirit highlighted it to me. So I know this is a true integration and unifying between the 3D Gregorian calendar and the 5D calendar, right? So according to 5D, we're in the month of 9. According to the day with 3D, we're in the day of 19. According to the year of 5D, we're in 2016. So that's another 9. So that's when it was showing me a 999, like 999. But really the 9 in the middle is a 1. So really it's 919. Let me say it that way. Let me not confuse us. 919 universally integrating the 3D with the 5D. This is really a unification, and the 1 in the middle is really emphasizing this unification. I'm speaking codes, right? These numbers come out and they jump out because they're giving off codes of what is. So it is a 919, right? So let me go into, now that I explained that integration, let me go into what was being said in the download of that. So there is a unification within that is bridging the gap between the spiritual completion. Within the spiritual completion, there is a turnover. This is also explaining what's happening. There's a turnover. There is a turnover to be had that is, capital I, capital S, that is taking place at this point and juncture within the 1212 to 1221 vortex, aka 33 to 33 vortex, which has 9 days within the vortex. So from 12/12 to 12/21, that's 9 days, right? This is according to the Gregorian calendar. This is why if you look at even their calendar, you will find numerological codes, truths that you cannot deny, especially when it comes to numbers like 3, 6, 9, especially the threes, because you're going to always see a repetition of threes, right? The threshold of 3. And I've been meaning to do a video about this threshold of 3. It's overdue, but it's coming. It's coming to a theater near you, however you want to look at that. Right? So this vortex 9 days, right? Has 9 days. So the 919 of the today's 5D calendar echoes the 919 number code of the true month within the Gregorian calendar on 11/19. Right? So this was another 919 because that was, what was it? How did we say that 9? I spoke about that as well already, but that was a 9. That was in November. Okay, that was when I was first making corrections and realizing that NOV, NOV, October, and some of you may understand this concept as well. October being the 8th month. So in even the Gregorian calendar, they're still confusing people because October is really 8, right? November is 9. December Deca is really 10, right? And that's according to them. So this was how on November 19th, which was when Pluto shifted, I had that day also as a 9/19 because it should also be 9 being NOV, November, right? So this 919 of today echoes the 919 of November 19th, earlier last month when Pluto shifted into Aquarius. And this echo is being revealed through this turnover point right now at this juncture. Should those choose to find themselves in the reverberations of these energetic echoes as sonic waves hits the shores of our souls. Ashe. Because this is what's happening. There is a turnover. Ready or not, here I come. Once again, this is what Earth is saying. We're hearing that in the background. Ready or not, here I come. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly. That means she's patient and kind, right? She's not gonna throw it on you, but she's finding you. We are finding ourselves. And as the world turns, as the earth turns, this is a turnover point as Pluto had shift. And this day echoes that shift while we are in this vortex. This vortex is exactly screaming again another turning point. This month that we're in, Sagittarius, the month of Sagittarius, aka Bastet, is a 9-month on the 5D calendar. There is a spiritual completion to be had, right? And I'm going to go a little bit more into that as well. Peace, love, and light. Let me see what this says. 33 in that. I think I said that right. Y'all excuse me if I read it wrong because I don't have on my glasses and this light is not really helping. Hi, Kimberly. How you doing? I miss you too. It's only been one day, Kim. We was in the workshop, or I think it was 2 days, but we always miss when we don't see each other or when we don't get to catch up. But we catching up right here. I got some stuff fresh off the pot, Kim. Fresh off the pot, and it's hot coming from that raw sunlight. I'm raw specking it. I'm re-looking at it. So let me say that again, right? The last sentence I think is very important. So turn up your ears and hear this again. This echo is being revealed through this turnover point. Should those choose to find themselves in the reverberations of these energetic echoes as sonic waves hits the shore of our souls. This is what's happening. So it's turn over or be turned. Be turned in whatever way that is for you. You might be turning into werewolves. I don't know, whatever's turning for you. But if we don't turn over willingly, turn over in whatever way that means for you. Let loose your devices that are divisive and separatists in your soul, that is creating the illusions within your soul. It is time to turn over. Turn over your contraband. your contraband thoughts and feelings that are holding you in a band, in a bandage, in a bondage within your soul. It's time to turn over, right? And you ain't got to do a darn thing. I'm just letting you know the urgency of the energies and the turning points. And if we miss these junctures, we miss that connection. We miss that connector. And you have to wait till it comes around another time if you can find it at that time. Ashe? So let me go a little bit more into this. Let's go deeper. Let's get a closer look. I got to do like that explorer. Let's get a closer look. Let me see. Kim, you know I have a hard time thought about the fast. 8 is to October, like 8. Yes, like 8 is to Octagon, right? And this is exactly what some people already have been talking about, that 8 is Oct. So October is really 8. So these are the numbers that, we've been looking at. This is how you find the lies in their system, but you can find the truth, because all lies have to ride in on the truth in order for people to have some kind of belief or tether themselves to it. The lie has to be in some kind of truth. It's always riding on the back of truth, right? So as we go in a little bit more, let me explain this. The 5D Universal 919 that I was speaking about is highlighting and confirming that this point is a completion that unifies and integrates at an intrapersonal and interpersonal level, that this is the end of a working year for 9 months. That's what this 919 is highlighting. This is the end of a working year for 9 months that reaps and harvests what is needed in order to prepare to respite or respirit for the next 3 months. We're getting ready to enter into that, which operates as a threshold for the transition and cyclical completion for 1 full year as our cycle around the sun that levels us up according to our work. So what this is all saying is this 919 is really highlighting, and it's confirming that there is a 9 right here, right now. It's saying this 9 is a spiritual completion, and it closes out the working year, because for the first 9 months, that is it, completion, whatever work there was to be done. And the next 3 months are a respiriting season, aka the winter season, right, where we are to be at rest, respite, and we are supposed to be reflecting, introspecting, preparing for the next year. So those 3 months are a type of transition or threshold into the full cyclical year. 12 is a cyclical completion, right? But the Gregorian calendar has your 12 ending at December. December, Deca, as in decagon, Kim. Decagon being 10, right? So it's really 10. They're telling you that it's 10, but at the same time, they're telling you that it's 12. The true 12 is being highlighted right now, even in their 12. Their 12. This is why you got to find the vortexes and the portals. They telling us something. And we in this vortex right now. And I'm being told something. And I'm telling you something through what is being retold to me. Ashe? So as I go on, let me get more into this. Wait till I get to the end. This is the true end. This is the true end of the year as a 9th month, not a 12th one, not a 12th month, right? And on the 21st of the Gregorian calendar, we are closing out the vortex as well as the end of the 9th month on the 21st, because we're the 21st is the winter solstice, and the winter solstice begins the next season, begins the next month, right? So on this 21st, there's a closing out, and this closing out of the vortex is also the end of that 9th month or the working year, right? It's closing out that 9th month and entering into the next month as the beginning of the respiriting or winter season. That is the beginning of the next season, in which in which this threshold transition is, capital IS, is the preparation of the true new year in spring. Let's look at that. This 12-12 that we're in, 12-12 to 12-21, within this we're seeing a 9-19, as I was explaining, this 9-19 day, on this 19th day, right? And so with that, we're seeing 9. We're seeing 9 as it's a completion, end of this year, end of this working year, and letting us know, hey, there's a 3 coming up next. Not only is it closing out this vortex, it's closing out this month, this 9th month of Sagittarius, this 9th month of Bastet, closing that out and entering the new beginning into the new month. End of the 9th month into the beginning of what? The next month that begins the respiriting season, that begins the preparation for the new year. That whole 3 months is a preparation for the new year. How are you going to plan, plot, whatever it is that needs to be done? But it is an introspective, reflective time. It is not a time to be busybody like these holidays, these holy days, like the lights was. Got everybody running around here. All I want for Christmas is you. That's all I'm hearing. All day, everywhere I go. This is what they play in Jamaica. Mariah all day, every day, in every store, blowing up the distractions, getting everybody in a frenzy. Oh, it's the end of the year. Oh, we got to get this. Oh, got you being so busy at a time where we are supposed to be so still. The 21st marks the day that, as they say in our ancient times, that the sun dies. And in 3 days is born again. Where you think they got that Jesus story from? In 3 days is born again. So 1, 2, 3, 22, 23, 24. 3 days of being down. And then rising on the 25th day. Right? Really, the 24th is the rise. That's why they call it Christmas Eve. It is the eve of the rise. It is the beginning of the rise, really, on the 24th. But again, they always got to throw people off. They don't want you knowing exactly what these days are and what they do. They don't want you truly honoring that. But you have to want it. You have to know it. You have to want it. You got to show it. Right? So on the 21st is when that's when on the winter solstice, when they say it's the shortest day of the year, and they say that's when the sun dies, right? Which means death to the ego. That's a whole different video. I'm not going to do that video today, but if you'd like to see information on that video, you can look on my channel and you can go back to that day. You can look up the respiriting day or respiriting season. If you put that in, it should come right up. I did one last year. I did maybe about 2 or 3 of them last year on the respiriting season. So I'll do another one coming up, but if you want more information on that, you can look in the older ones. Right? So this is to be understood, right? Understand, to overstand, to understand that this is what's happening right now. This is what is taking place right now. Right? And we're preparing for a respiriting season. For those 3 days, we are really supposed to be still. And for those 3 days, think about it. This is when the world has everybody being the most busy, because everybody's running around getting last minute gifts and all of that. Think about that. Christmas being on the 25th. Those last couple days, those 3 days that we are really supposed to be going within, is being busy, being filled with people trying to fill up their Christmas tree. 21, 22, 23, 24, people trying to get their last minute gifts. Not knocking nobody, but I'm asking us to relook. I'm asking us to respect what is really happening. Right? So this is what all of this is coming to us. It's highlighting, it's confirming for those who choose to be confirmed. Right? So moving on into the 12-12. Right? This is a little bit more about the 12-12. This is a little breakdown. So stick with me if you can. If you have any questions, you could put it in here, but stick with me if you can. The 12-12 is a reflective completion that opens the vortex of 9 as a spiritual completion that returns the divine order by reverting the 12 to 21, right? And that's the 1221 at the end, at the closing of the vortex. So it's reverting the 12 to 21 at the closing of the vortex to highlight that there is a flip that recounts to us that it is all 4 threes. Let me say that again. It recounts to us that it is all 4 threes that makes the 12. That's what it's recounting to us. Let me pause right there before I go any further, just so we could kind of really look at this. So this 1212, it's reflective because it's showing something there. 1212 to 1221, right? And it opens up. It has 9 days in it, so there's the 9 again. And it is to return us back to some type of divine order with that flip at the end, right? Nothing is a coincidence. And it's having us see that as it closes out, it's highlighting that flip. And it's recounting to us to let us know, hey, there are 4 threes there. 12 is a 3, 12 is a 3, 12 is a 3, 21 is a 3. So it's having us remember that, reminding us 4 threes make the 12, the real 12, right? So we're looking at their 12. This is why I say they lies right in on the truth. They put in 12, 12, but those 12s, 12, 12, 12, and the 21 are 4 threes that make the real 12. So this vortex is highlighting to you, it's really showing us our 4 seasons, our 3, which is a creative completion, 4 times that makes a cyclical completion of 12, because 4 threes are 12. All right? I can't make this ish up. Stick with me. Let me continue. So that breaks that part down. So with that understanding, it is also to note, and the last one is a flip that reminds us to reflect in spirit, and re-spirit. Girls, little ones are having fun. Give me a minute. Right, so the last one is the flip that reminds us to reflect in spirit, which is to re-spirit. That's the last 3. The last 3 is the flip. The last 3 is the winter season. It's representing that. The 3, 3 to 3, 3. So all of this, if you look at it, you could write it down, right? 12, 12 to 12, 21. And 2 and 1 is always going to make 3, whether you write it the 1 in front or the 2 in front. So under that, you write, right, the reduced number of 12, which is 3. The reduced number of 21, which is 3. So 3, 3 to 3, 3 is what you're going to see if you write that out. And that is the true way to look at it, which means there are 4 seasons of the creative completion within the cyclical completion of 12. And there are 3 seasons of the creative completion within the spiritual completion of 9. And why do I say that? I'm going to show you why I say that next part. Because you see 12 3 times. 12 3 times. And that means you see the 3 3 times. 3 threes are 9. Right? So with that, you see, well, let me put it this way. The reason why I said 3 threes, because it's 3 written in that way. The 12 is 3 times. 12, 12, 12. So the 3 written in that way is giving us a 9. And then the 3 written on the end, which is 21, is giving the extra 3, the flip, the re-spiriting. Right? So with that said, here is the 1212 to 1221 signal and code. So this is the signal of it. This is the code of it. Right? So the code is saying, everything that I just said, I'm just breaking down the code to you right now. The code is saying 3 seasons of spiritual completion, 9, under the disguise of a full cyclical completion as 12 for the Gregorian spellcasters and deceivers, with a flip in the perspective of the last creative completion as 3 written backwards or reflective for the respiriting season that completes the true full cyclical completion year of 12. Ashe, ashe. I can't make that up. Right? This is what the sun codes gave me when I was sitting in the sun. I can't just sit here and randomly think this up. Like, This is not of me. It's just coming through me. Ashe. All right. Let me see. I have thought. Oh, let me see what Kim is saying. Ma'am, I think it up on it. And all you need for Christmas is a... Oh, man, I can't see the end. Is a dry erase board. All I need for Christmas is a dry erase board. That's right. Just erase. This is all wrong. Like, that's what I'm just getting, and I'm seeing the disguise, and it's like, I know it's wrong, but to see it even be broken down like this, to see the disguise as I just broke down to you, this is a disguise. So the 12:12 to 12:21 is signaling to us. It's a code. If you look at the code, and it's showing us the 3 seasons, the 12:12:12, 3 times, right? It's the 9. 3 3s are 9. That's the completion. That's the whole year. That's the working year that completes. And on the flip, the 21, here's your 3. That 3 is the threshold, the transition that prepares you for the next year. It's saying now rest, respite, respirit, recollect yourself, remember who you are before you move forward, before you level up into the next year. Know thyself. It's saying all of that. That last flip, that 21, jump 21. 21 Jump Street. That's what came to me for those of you who remember that show. 21 Jump Street. Jump. It's time to leap. It's time to leap forward. But it's according to what you reflect upon, what you recount, what you respirit. And oh, how powerful we can be if we truly take that time to respirit in true preparation, crossing that threshold for the true new year. So that 12 doesn't end until that next set of 3s, which is Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Pisces closes out. It is the 12th house. It is the 12th month, however you want to look at it. And that is the full 12 cycle, which is going to begin the new year in Aries, aka Asar. Look at your calendar, right? So with that, let me see, is there anything else? What I got from that? Okay, that's breaking down the code. And I believe, let me make sure, disguise, full cyclical year. Yep, I pretty much closed out with that, right? So with that said, study to show thyself approved and seek to find the truth. That's what I heard as I closed out. It was like, take that. Study to show thyself approved, seek to know the truth. It is written in plain sight when using our insight. Ashe. You just, I'm hearing Martin in my head. Excuse my French, y'all, but I'm hearing it just like this. You just have to fucking read. Those of you who've seen You So Crazy, you know what I'm talking about. It's right there. There it is. It says it right up on there. Toothpaste. 12, 12. 3, 3. You just have to effing read. All right, so let me make sure. Let me see if anything. Oh, I didn't even get to the sweet spot because I didn't finish channeling. There's more to come from this, but I'm going to give y'all a little sneak peek in this. Okay, some throwouts that I'm going to throw out at you for those of you who like to work these numbers, right? You could write this down, and we'll get back into this. We'll get back to this. These are just side notes or ad-libs on top of all of this. 919 is also written as 333 1333. We could go into that some more, but I'm just highlighting that because remember, 3 is the actual creative completion over and over and over again. 3 is always being multiplied. 9 is that 3, right? So this 919 as 333 1333, this is the reflective and harmonizing. This is reflective and harmonizing in the middle is what it's saying. That's what I got from that. It's reflective and harmonizing in the middle. The 1 is what is harmonizing or balancing, right? The 1212 through 1221 is also written as 33 to 33, as we were talking about. This is the 4 seasons of creative completion within the cyclical completion, right? As a 12. So what's this saying? There's much to do. There's more to come. These are just my side notes, and I'll give it to y'all when I do. But there is possibly, I may be doing a 3-day workshop on the solar plexus. You guys have been, you seeds, you star seeds, you souls have been hearing me. You infinite beings, I've been talking about this, right? Um, Yep, and I read. She said, "Yep, and I read." That's right, Oracle. We just got to read, and if you reading, then you could see it. And if you could see it, you could perceive it, you could believe it, you can achieve it. You can cross and jump timelines into this 5D, right? Deeper into the woods, deeper into the 5D we go. Turn up, turn up, turn up. More 5D. It's not just one stage of 5D, y'all. There is a perfect unfolding of our soul and the soul of this earth. It is infinite, it is turning, and we are turning over with it should you choose to. Or you can go against the grain on the grid, right? So, anything else from that? I will let you know if what day, if Spirit highlights to me when that will be, what I'm getting right now. It may be during that 3D rest. We'll see, because that's right around the corner. I'm not sure. If I want to commit, Spirit may be going to have to arrest me. Arrest me, Spirit, because I don't know. If I don't do it within those 3 days of respite and respirit, then I may do it 3 times within the respiriting 3 months, meaning 1 day out of each month to kind of space it out. But I will get back to you in the next couple of days and let you know, because the 21st is right around the corner. Right? So, what else? What else? 3 days of respite, respiriting time and this will be the 22nd. If I do this during this time, it'll be the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, leading into the sun rising on the 25th. Right? As the sun holds its breath for 3 days, then exhales, release, and moves forward. Because the sun is not really dead, but it's standing very still. And after the 3rd day, it moves forward again. Or in perspective, we move, right? Because it's us that's moving around the sun. And the sun is in a position, or we are in a position where it appears as if it is not moving. But it is at a certain stillness or a very slowness. And it begins to press forward again. But in this time, it's almost like that's how I see it. The sun is like holding its breath, waiting to exhale. When we release, we exhale with the sun and then move forward, right? This is our sunlight within us. This is our ego within us, right? To breathe or not to breathe, that is the question. That's what comes up for me. Right? Peace, peace, family, love, and light. Is this Laura? I see Marie. Peace, love, and welcome. Right? I need to go in the calendar. Yes, get the calendar, go into the calendar, use the calendar. It is a tool. I was about to say calendar. It is a tool. The calendar is a tool. I'm putting tool with calendar. Yeah, get your calendar. It is. I also am being shown, as I said before, we may do a monthly calendar check-in so that we can have an explanation on the calendar, because some people ask me about it, and I know some people, we want to kind of come together and understand what we're looking at. So we may do a once a month. Again, I'm going to go in and let Spirit guide that to me. I'll let you all know sometime within the respiriting season, I may begin this calendar once a month. We all can come in. It'll be completely, free. You have your calendar. We'll be able to go ahead and come together and really look at, some of these things that I'm telling you. And you're going to find your own portals. It's not just going to be what I put in the calendar. When you're doing the work, you're going to unlock codes within yourself, and you're going to find portals, timelines, loops, vortexes. You're going to find numerological codes for yourself within the calendar, right? Ashe, ashe. So here's the end of it. Here's the cherry on top, right? So as I was sitting up here also, this is another additive to this. It's not the 919, but it is something to do with the pattern of the sacral, the pattern of the chakras. So I also saw in the building of the chakras a pattern of 4, 2, 4-2. This is just fresh off the press, y'all. I have absolutely no empirical evidence. This is like from the Book of Life Within. And I'm just sharing that with you, right? So the root starts at 4. I'm going to show y'all just how it was shown to me. The root starts at 4. The sacral is a +2, which gives you 6, right? The number, for those of you who know the chakras, and let me say this first. The number for the chakras, root is 4, sacral is 6, the solar plexus is 10, the heart is 12, and the throat is 16, right? I'm going to just stop right there because the third eye, everything kind of, when those of you who are in the workshop, you know when we do our pyramid transmutation, we pretty much stop at the throat. When we get to the third eye and up, it is expanded, it is transcendent, it is infinite. So it's being multiplied in an expounded, infinite type of way, right? So it kind of loses the grip of the pattern in this way. You can't follow it. When you get into the third eye, you got to find a way to follow the pattern. The pattern still exists, but it's almost like you can't see it with these two eyes anymore. You have to see it with this eye. So it kind of it's almost like it looks like it skipped something, but no, it's right there. So for that, we're going to stop at the throat chakra, the 16. So I'm going to share that pattern. Now remember, 4, 6, 10, 12, 16. Now look at how we get to that with the pattern of 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. Right? So the root at 4. The sacral, which is 6, is what? A +2. The solar plexus at a 10 is what? A +4, right? If we're at 6, to get to 10, it is a +4. The heart is at a 12. So from 10, that is a +2. The throat is at a 16. So to get to 16 from 12, that is a +4. So we see this pattern of 4, 2, 4, 2. And when I draw, it's like as I was saying it, I was already seeing it. But y'all, I was not sure. I was not sure that that's what I was seeing. And something said, draw it on a piece of paper. And you could draw it however it draws for you. I'm not that much of an artist, so it was a very basic drawing for me. And I did 4 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4 on one line. In the middle, I drew 2, 1, 2, brought them in a little bit more. With the 4, I drew it like a balance, like parallel, like how you would draw a square. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then below it, 1, 2. And then below it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I just repeated that. And do you know that when I looked at it, if I do connect the dots, y'all, guess what it looked like? The damn DNA strand. The helix tube, whatever it is that you want to call it, okay? Bam, Ashe, I said it today. Here I am. Here I stand on the DNA strand with a 4-2-4-2 pattern. I can't make this ish up. Like I literally wrote, oh shit, on my paper. Like I did it, and at the bottom I was like, oh shit, the DNA strand. The Book of Life, boy, within. You can't find this book nowhere else. You can only open it up by opening your own soul codes. I'm going to show it to y'all. I don't know if y'all going to be able to see it, but this is just my little, excuse my chicken scratch handwriting because I be writing fast. And I don't know if it's flipped backwards, but let me just show you the bottom part here. Right? This is the root. I'm showing the 4-2-4-2 pattern from the root to the throat. That gives you the numbers right there, right? And then I did the dots. And I don't know how much of y'all could see that, but I swear if you did connect the dots, just like I wrote it there, oh shit, exclamation mark, the DNA strand. I can't make this up. The codes are there. And I'm going to look more into it. And like I said, for the third eye and the crown, it goes into infinite numbers. So I'm sure that the pattern still is there. 4-2-4-2-4-2-4-2, all the way to the 90-something. Because for those of you who know the third eye, it's 90, I believe it's 96, if I'm not mistaken. It's like 98 or 96, right? Or some people just have it as 2, right? Let me look at it. Oh, I just saw something as I said that. Some people just have it as 2 because the petals on the flower is 2 petals, right? These numbers that I'm giving you, for those who know the symbols, of the 4, the 6, the 10, those are the number of petals on the lotus flower, right? For each chakra. When it gets to the third eye, it usually goes to 2. For those of you who know what the third eye look like, it's 2 petals, right? But it's really 90 something. It's really 90 something for those who really know about the third eye. And then the crown chakra represents 1,000, which really represents infinite. So whatever that pattern is, infinite, infinite, infinite. It's on and on and on, right? And so the third eye, the transition into getting into infinite is everything 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, double, 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 multiple, multiple. So 2 and bringing 2 into 1, 1, 1, 1. It's still the 1s and 2s. It's still the 0 and 1s. It's like, I can't make this up. It's the binary code of life. I'm saying, right? So I know this is a little extra piece on our 919 in this 1212 to 1221 vortex, but this is what I got in this entire session that I was sitting in the sun. And so I decided to share that with you. You see it, Kimberly? She's like, I see it. I see it. And thank you. I know you do. I know those who have that eye open, you will see it. And if you don't get it right here, right now, because maybe I'm going too fast, watch it again. Have your pen and paper and draw for yourself. See it for yourself. Put it together for yourself. See how the numbers come out and jump out at you. I can't make this ish up. DNA strand, y'all. 424242. But what I just saw as I was saying this to you, when I saw the 2 in the third eye was, let me go back to the throat, right? The throat is adding 4, right? After the 12 in the heart to get to 16, it is the plus 4. And then, so what comes after the 4 in the pattern? 2. That's what I saw when I just said, oh yes, the third eye goes by 2. So from the 4 to the 2, and then all that in between to another 42, 42, 42 till it gets to 90 something, 96, whatever it is. Then it continues 42, 42, 42 till it gets to the 1,000 and infinitely multiplied in the pattern of 42, 42, 42, 42. And right, 4, if we look at what it means, 4 represents foundational balance. 2 represents the duality of harmony, or the harmony of duality. So that means in the pattern in life that is encoded in our strand, there has to be a balance. There has to be a 4. There has to be a foundational balance of 4. 4 seasons, 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 directions, 4 tires on a car. Like, you try driving a car with 3, right? So 4 is that balance, it's that foundational balance, and 2 is the harmony of duality. It's bringing that duality into a harmony, right? So from the 4 to the 2, to the 4 to the 2, foundational balance, harmonize. Foundational balance, harmonize. I can't make it up, right? So let me see. Multiple 40. Oh, I can't see that. Why can't I see that? I probably got to go look back at this comment because I really want to see what you're saying. Foundational balance. Let me see what Kayla's saying. Kayla on the 1s and 2s. Yes, we on the. Y'all know I be giving it to the 1s and 2s. 96 to 98. 144. Yep, the 144,000. I think that's what I'm seeing. I gotta go back and look. Y'all gotta excuse me because I'll be sitting here doing like this, trying to squint and see. So I have to go back and look at your comment and then reply to it then. My apologies. I really need. Oh, my glasses broke. I was gonna say I need to get my glasses when I come and do the live so I can make sure I'm seeing what you all are seeing. So, whew, I gotta breathe. I gotta exhale now. I gotta do what the sun gotta do after the 3 days of holding breath. Like, exhale. So I'm glad to be able to bring this news to y'all. Again, happy 919 within the 1212 to 1221 vortex. It's not over. We're still in the vortex. So continue to get what you're getting within these 9 days of completion. That is highlighting the end of a working year. The 9 months means it's time to respite, respirit, get ready to do that. Don't let them pull you out your frame and getting busy, turning into busybody ant workers at a time that we need to be in rest. and preparing to do so. Right? So get your numbers, get your codes. It was exciting to share this all with you. And I will see if I can return tomorrow and give y'all the view because it is a beautiful view. Ashe, ashe, peace be unto you. With that said, each one reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start, start in your big, beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out. Be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light. Thank you for bringing your DNA strands and let's ignite. So, tribers, Ashe.